Hello everybody, Thomas here, and welcome back to SFF180, and it is Mailbag Monday for the 25th of January 2016. I hope all of you up there on the East Coast are surviving the snowpocalypse okay. It's pretty crazy up there. It's been cold enough down here, but I guess one of the few advantages of living in Texas is that we don't quite get blizzards that often, but hope you're doing okay up there. I don't know if it's going to be due to the weather or what, but after last Monday's massive, colossal mega haul, we have a much more modest week this week. Only 3 items, so we'll get through them fairly quickly. One quick announcement, though, I'm going to lead with this coming Saturday over at Stories from the Shelf, which is Bree's channel. I'm going to be participating in yet another live show. We are live show happy here at BookTube SFF. This will be one Bree is hosting, where we are interviewing Robert Jackson Bennett, author of City of Stairs and now City of Blades and a whole host of other books. So that will be taking place on her channel, and I think it's an evening stream. It'll be starting at 8 p.m. Central Time, so work that out for yourself. A small handful of us participating. So look forward to that. I'll put the link in the description. Ought to be a lot of fun. I'm finishing up Robert's books this week. I met Robert only one time. I want to say it was at ArmadilloCon 2012, possibly. I was on a panel with him and one other person. And I don't remember what the panel was about, but I only remember it because there were supposed to be 5 of us on the panel, and then 2 people didn't turn up. And so because I was sitting in the middle, in the Jesus chair, I got roped into moderating sort of by default. But I remember that. But I was on that with him and one other person. But I haven't just seen him or talked to him since then, so it would be nice to talk to him about his new books and his new projects. Saturday night over at Bree's channel, check that out. So without further ado, let us see what the publicists have sent this time, shall we? Starting off with this little package from Macmillan. And how very nice, they have sent the final finished copy, the hardcover copy, of Charlie Jane Anders' All the Birds in the Sky. This book has been read by me and reviewed, and unless everything has gone horribly wrong or just not gone quite to plan, this review ought to be up on my channel by the time you watch this video. If it's not, it'll be up Tuesday morning at the absolute latest, in time for the release of the book, but this comes out this coming Tuesday, tomorrow, from Tor Books. Delightful urban fantasy sort of thing from back in, the definition of urban fantasy that used to be in operation when it referred to, say, the sort of books that Charles DeLint would write. Okay? It's, the earlier concept of what urban fantasy used to entail is what is encapsulated in this very delightful and very charming book, which I'm very pleased to have read. So, All the Birds in the Sky out tomorrow from Tor Books in hardcover. And it's another Macmillan title. Okay, well, this is an arc from Tor for a book called The Liar Thief. And the author is Jennifer Fallon, a name that many of you will recognize. And this is the beginning of an all-new trilogy, the War of the Gods trilogy. And it's on sale March the 8th in hardcover from Tor. And if that sounds to you like very, very traditional old-school epic fantasy, well, that is exactly the sort of thing Jennifer Fallon does. And says, Jennifer Fallon returns to the world of the best-selling Hythron Chronicles. For this tale of switched identities, world-changing schemes, deals with death, star-crossed lovers, and meddlesome gods. When Princess Rakaya of Fardonia discovers she is not of royal birth, gasp, she agrees to marry a much older Hythron noble in a chance to escape her father's wrath. Rakaya takes nothing but her jewels and her base-born half-sister Charisi, who has been her slave, handmaiden, and best friend since she was 6 years old, and who can pass as Rakaya's double. Well, that's darn handy. Rakaya is rescued from bandits by the demon child Arshiel, who is searching for a way to force death to release her near-immortal love Bratkin, etc., so on and so forth. It goes on like that. So, yes, traditional epic fantasy of the old school from Jennifer Fallon, following on her Hythron Chronicles with The Liar Thief on March the 6th from Tor. And last but not least, we have a thin little package from Random Penguin. And I have now been sent the trade paperback version of Scott Sigler's Alive, which I got when it came out in hardcover. This is a young adult dystopia. It's another of that sort of thing. The trade paperback version comes out February 2nd. I started reading it, and I'm like, okay, she wakes up in a pod thing, and it's all very young adult dystopia. We'll set it aside. I've been meaning to go back to it, but apparently it's about to be followed in April by a sequel called A Light. So this is the trade paperback of book 1 of the Generations trilogy, it's now being called, in advance of the hardcover of A Light. But anyway, yes, it says, for fans of, all together now people, The Hunger Games, Divergent, and Red Rising, comes Alive by Scott Sigler, a gripping sci-fi adventure in which a group of teenagers wake up in a mysterious corridor. With no knowledge of who they are or how they got trapped, their only hope lies with an indomitable young woman who must lead them not only to answers, but to survival. Well, there you have it. Another one of these out from Del Rey Books on February the 2nd. And there you have it, everybody. That is the haul for this week. Yeah, sort of a mailbag in the wake of especially last week's massive haul. But that's okay. It happens. You know, it's up and down. And even though it's a few items that we have seen before, by all means, Charlie Jane's book is definitely one you should check out. So keep an eye peeled for my review of that. And, well, who knows? If you're a Jennifer Fallon fan, you'll be very eager to see her new book as well. So that's all we got. You know the drill. Fire up the comments. Let me know which of these you would like to see me prioritize in the review queue. And otherwise, like, share, and sub, please. Alrighty, so thanks everybody for watching, and until I see you next time, happy reading.